Welcome back to the latest video on low ABV beers we've got today. Now, why a low ABV? Well, because maybe you just don't want to get wrecked all the time, you know? Anyway, let's get into the brew footage and I'll catch you for the tasting, right? Cheers. There she is. There she is. Now, I may have had a slight accident if you notice my Michael Jackson finger. I sliced it on the beer engine, getting it all cleaned up, getting it all ready for the latest and greatest beer drinking episodes at the High Road. Yeah, managed to slice it on one of the nuts. It's like one of these kind of crazy nuts. Here, I'll show you. It's like horrible. Don't know if we'll be able to see this, but there it is. Look at that. Horrible. Sliced it. So, what you do for a brew tuber. So, anyway, low ABV. Low ABV beers. Well, I wanted something a bit more sessionable after that beast of 6% or IPA, the Yakima, because 2 pints and I'm pretty much done with that thing. Well, this, you can have 3 pints and still put the kids to bed, and you're not rolling about. So, what a beer. Now, there's the tricks to this thing. The tricks is not to make it too bitter, to be honest, because you've got such a low alcohol amount. This turned out 2.7%. It was a 10:31 starting, or 10:31 starting, and it finished at 10:10, which gave me 2.7. All right, and I did a 46. This was a double batch, so my brother's got the other half, and I'm sure he'll be commenting saying how good it was below. Better do that, Mike. If any of you have actually done a low BV beer, then drop a mention down below and how you got on. Was it too bitter? Did you find it too bitter or not? This one's worked out perfectly. I took some advice from Chris before I started it. Chris over at the Hop Edition. If you don't watch the Hop Edition, you should. Tell Andy sent you. And it's the issue is it'll end up being too bitter, and so you need to pull back the amount of hot side you put in. So this was whirlpool only, and it was only, for a 5 gal, 30 grams of Mosaic and 8 grams of Idaho7, real low amounts. And then I even put salt, so you put sodium chloride in, and that then that balances the bitterness as well. It takes that bitterness away. It's the kind of opposite of bitterness is salt, so that was a good tip. And yeah, how much salt? Half a gram of salt. Doesn't seem like that much, but tell you what, it was definitely works. And then the actual body, the malt body of the beer was it was basically cornflakes, but then I toned down the pale malt, so it was. I'll put up the values on the screen actually, so you can see how much it was. But you can see it was Golden Promise, white wheat, Silky Six, Carapils, flaked oats, and flaked wheat. Yeah, I love my white wheat, right? You know that. But it was to build body and get sort of, because such a beer it can be quite easy to dry out because of the lack of alcohol. So all these things, a thick mash, and also mashing at 72 degrees, basically to try and, so it didn't end up 1.004 or whatever because of such low amounts of grain. I think, was it 2 kilos or something in the actual of pale malt? So that you know that's nothing really. So yeah, it was I even was it a sparged out at 76, like, or fly sparged with 76 degree water as well. So yeah, all these good things. The calcium was up at 80, and the main the chloride was 117 parts per million, and the sulfate was 50. So kind of 2-to-1 to the chloride, and it worked out excellent. It's definitely got that blueberry sort of slight grapefruit, citrusy. It's just like fruit, that comes off. Oh, it's quite refreshing. It's got lots of. It's very juicy. This for such a low ABV, it packs loads of juice flavour, But it's got a nice bitterness to it as well. It's almost like a kind of boogie up at 0.7, 0.8. So thank goodness I didn't put much bittering in. Tell me if you've had issues with that, because it seems to be, when I first kegged this, it definitely had a hop bite to it, but that's because all the hops, the dry hops in suspension. Once I let it kind of settle, because I did panic slightly when I kegged it, I'll tell you that. But once it settled, it was beautiful. Really, really balanced. It invites you back in. But as I say, I love this beer because I can do things. I can actually have a beer. I don't like really having a beer when I've got the kids about, because I just can't be bothered with them, to be honest, most of the time. But with this, actually, I can have that with dinner and be fine for bedtime and all that sort of thing, and it's no issues. So it's a good beer. Now, we did do a podcast on the hop edition, so if you want to know more about low ABV beers, then go and check out the hop edition, because we did a whole episode on it. And I missed that one, sadly, because I wasn't well. Usual kids bringing every bloody cold and snotters and all that joy back from the school. So, yeah, the joys. But I did send in this beer to the boys at the hop edition, and they did do a review. So go and check that out. Maybe I'll put in some footage of that tasting.
Old Hose.
Very snazzy new label.
His fucking label on a stick. I need to find somewhere to stick that. I was going to stick it on this glass, but I didn't want to waste it.
No, mate, that sticker's already gone on my phone fridge. Boom.
Yeah, man.
Along with my new Brewcake Tap one.
So this is
you got a
Andy's...
new Brewcake Tap logo.
A new Brewcake Tap sticker.
Really?
Oh, sticker, not logo. Okay.
Yeah.
Andy's Low Abv beer, 2.7%, and it's Mosaic and Idaho7. So,
and it's called No.
With an exclamation mark. First off, I'd just like to say, Andy's a lying shit. It definitely isn't 2.7%.
No, it definitely is.
It tastes like a beer that's at least 4%.
It does. It's got a lot of body to it.
A lot of body. I was like, as soon as that was the first thing that hit me, I was like, that is got some strong body for a 2.7% beer.
Yeah, definitely.
It's got a hell of a lot of malt flavour as well. I'll give it that. There is a lot of malt. I mean, I suppose if you're mashing at 72, you're going to end up with a lot of malt flavour, but I am fucking loving this beer. I'm getting like a shitload of fucking pineapple and apricot and stone fruit and peach. And I'm getting that weird kind of blueberry thing right at the back end.
That was exactly what I was going to say. Like, I'm definitely getting that blueberry mosaic note off of this. Like,
it is fucking gorgeous.
Quite potently, which is that can be quite a fleeting flavour with mosaic, although people mention it a lot. Like in this beer, it's really apparent to me that it's got that blueberry thing on the
it's
finish.
Really fucking nice. I'm glad I put it in a posh glass.
He's nailed the carbonation as well. I think he's lifted that carbonation up a little bit, which I think's just adding to that body a little bit. And yeah,
it'd be nice to know what his carbonation level was, or if he even calculated it. I would put this somewhere. Just below kind of that lager Hefeweizen kind of range, sort of 2.6 to maybe 2.8.
I reckon about 2.8. Yeah,
I reckon this is up there with the. It's fucking lovely. I've been literally sitting here talking bollocks and vaping, so I didn't have to drink it all because it weren't going to last long.
Yeah, it's absolutely cracking. So Mosaic and Idaho7, interesting combo. You don't tend to see that. I haven't probably seen that commercially, so it's a little bit of a weird combo. But
they tend to push Mosaic with Citra, though, don't they?
Back to Andy's beer, it's
fucking beautiful,
stunning example of a low ABV beer. Yeah, the Mosaic shining.
Yeah, good job, Andy. Good
job. Straight up blueberry, man.
Thank you, mate. Appreciate this one.
I fucking love it. I do love it. It is amazing, especially the name. No, love it.
I mean, isn't it great? Like where we live in a world where Andy, who lives in Scotland, in a different country, can just put some bottles of beer in the post, and they arrive at my house a few days later. And that's great, isn't it?
It's quality, man. It's good.
Yes. So yeah, thanks for watching the video, and yeah, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell and drop a comment below for a wee bit of chat. If you need any assistance with your low ABV beer, maybe drop some hops at yours or what yeast, because the yeast, didn't mention, was Sanders, which is the Conan strain. So yeah, and it was boiled 60 minutes, even though I didn't actually add any real kettle hops during the boil. So yeah, all good. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later. Cheers, bye.